Well, good morning and welcome to the first of these Advent reflections on a world less Advent. The idea being that we can, in our thinking together, and I want to prompt your thinking, in our thinking together, we can live more as Jesus desired us to live as his disciples in the world, but not of the world. He prayed that his disciples would not be of the world as he was not of the world. And St. Paul writes that we should not conform to the pattern of this world, but instead be transformed in the renewing of our minds. So that's the search we're on. Building on what I did in Lent, along with thousands of other people, we attempted in Lent to live with less plastic, consuming less plastic, not buying stuff wrapped in plastic. And for that intense period of Lent, we achieved a lot. And what we did achieve, one of the main things we achieved, is changing our habits. So things we started in Lent, most of them we've continued to do. And so in Advent, let's pull up all those things that in the run-up to Christmas in previous years we'd have thought, oh, I wish I didn't bother with that, or I wish I'd have done that, or I wish I'd have spent more time on that. Now is the time to pull all those up and say, look, we're going to give them another go. And there are changes in our physical lifestyle, but also in our spiritual lifestyle. Because we go right back to the beginning this morning, to when God created the world. He created the physical planet, he created Earth, but we're told he also created the heavens, the spiritual world, and they worked in conjunction. They were one, really, and for some reason we have over the years split that into physical and being spiritual. We want to bring them together. And so we ask God, Father, just come by your Holy Spirit, just come and enable us to change our lives physically and spiritually, emotionally, so that we can grow more as your disciples in the kingdom. So we'll be looking at practical issues like tackling climate change, tackling injustice in the world, unrighteousness, but also looking at those spiritual forces that we're up against that prevent us from doing what we want to do, and tackling some of those too. So on this first day, my first advice is, just maybe make a list, I don't know, of things that you always wish that you spent more time on and less money on in this run-up to Christmas, and just see how much you can avoid being attracted by the world around us. And also today, this Advent Sunday, as those of us who go to worship, let's be there completely physically, but also let's open up our spiritual side even more to hear from God. Okay? And then join me tomorrow morning, where we'll start going through some of the issues that we can be tackling. So God bless you today, and I'll see you tomorrow.